Hello everyone, welcome to the show. It's This Day. It is Saturday, October 26th. I'm Michael Taylor, and you always know it's a Saturday because I'm sitting here at the desk. It's my place of rest on a Saturday where I just chill, wait for the camera to come on, and talk to you guys at home. So we got a great show for you, by the way, for today. It is Rocktoberfest. Forget about October. It's Rocktober. We've got All Musicians Club coming in to talk about the Journey tribute band that's going to be playing here in the Village. And then Band X going to be on the program. They're our local homegrown band. They're going to be talking about shows they have coming up, too. So all sorts of great music for a good Saturday. I like a good Saturday music for us. Let's stay informed real quick, and we got a great one for you. Hey, if you want to see the meetings that are going on during the week, the best way to find out what's going on, the most current information is always going to be on the Village meeting calendar. It is the best way to keep up with what's going on in the community, how to attend your meetings for board and other community meetings that are going on. So make sure you get on there. It's at lagunawoodsvillage.com, and you just check under the calendar, and you'll find all the meetings that are going on here in the community. Let's take a check of our Saturday weather forecast, and we have a nice couple of days, and then we go to a cooling trend that starts on Monday and goes into the week for Halloween week. It's going to be nice this weekend, so mid to high 70s. Today's going to be the warmest, last warm day really of the week, and then we go to 75, and then we go to 69 and 60s for the rest of the week. So enjoy the warm temperatures today and get ready for a very cool Halloween. Let's look forward to that as well. Let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset. And this one harkens back to when we had a little rain a few weeks back. This is from Alan Clark. Thank you, Alan, for sending this one in. 7:05 was the sunrise, and 6:03 is our sunset tonight. Thanks for that picture there, Alan. If you'd like to send us a picture, we'd love to see it. Email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include a pet in the picture, or village area, or sunrise, or a sunset, place you want on vacation. Any picture will do. We'd love to see it. Just send it in to us. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it on our sunrise sunset segment. All right, that's going to do it for me right now. When we come back, I'll be talking to Carmen Pachela about the All Musicians Club. Stay with us.
There's a lot of talk about over-the-counter hearing aids, and that's exactly what they are. Over-the-counter, self-serve. Self-diagnose, self-fit, self-adjust. It's the total opposite of proper hearing health care. I'm Ann Mundell-Noel, audiologist and owner of Amazing Hearing. Start with proper hearing test, and we'll see if over-the-counter or traditional hearing aids are right for you. Call us today to get started on the right path for hearing health.
Well, the All Musicians Club is ready to take you on a musical journey. Do you like how we did that, Carmen?
You
Carmen
did.
Pachela joins us.
I can't stop believing.
I can't stop believing. See, we're gonna do this all day.
We're gonna do this all day.
You have a Journey tribute band coming, and these guys are pretty good. We're gonna take a listen to them in just a minute, but these guys are pretty good, right?
Right. The first off, they're the #1 classic Journey tribute around Southern California. Mm-hmm. But the band members themselves, each of the band members, are unique in that they all have tremendous amount of road experience with other top name players. So it's a really massive group. So it's good.
Yeah, we saw the clip a little earlier. I was looking at it before. Like I said, we're going to play in a minute. But they really great musicianship. You can tell they put on a show. Yeah. The lead singer not only has the look, but he has the voice, which is hard to do in that big, high, tenor falsetto thing that he has going on.
I'm telling you, there's some high notes in there that I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Even the guitar players. I mean, if you watch it, it's like incredible.
The show's coming up Saturday, November 2nd. Folks can get tickets for that. You guys got a special announcement. We'll talk about that, about ticket sales and some premium, some good prices you got going there. First, I want to kind of jump into the All Musicians Club. I want to kind of review for folks what you guys are all about. Is it really just kind of people who play in the village and people who are interested in it, and it's kind of come together as kind of a social club?
It started out, founded by some musicians, founded by musicians, for musicians, but primarily for performing in the village. So we provide rehearsal space, studio space. We provide a directory of all the musicians in the village. What instruments they play, what their preference is in terms of music. So we have a directory, and you can put a band together in 10 minutes. You find a drummer here, a jazz drummer here, and a lead guitar player here, and a vocalist here. And we've been working together now for a few years, and so we do provide the space for. We provide a forum, so they can get together and have different types of jam sessions, folk music, rock music, jazz music, blues music. We cover the whole spectrum.
Now, when you guys get together, is there an agenda? Is there like, hey, we're going to meet about this, we're going to talk about these shows, but we're also just going to have some fun? Who wants to perform, and how does it kind of play out for people who've never been?
Well, we have a pretty active list of members, so we send out emails asking for recommendations.
Okay.
What kind of music? Who wants to play? What clubhouse do they want to play in? What type of musicians they're looking for? Are they looking for studio performers? Or are they looking for people that just want to jam? There are musicians that don't want to rehearse. All they want to do is they want to get together. They want to handpick a few players, and all we want to do is just play. So we give them a space to do that. Okay. And a communication device to do that. So.
Okay. And how did you get involved? What instrument do you play? Do you still play?
I play bass. I'm retired. They pull me out of retirement every so often. I love blues jams, and I'll usually do those. But so through this group of different types of musicians, everyone gets to know everyone. And so when one person was moving, the founder was moving out, they found me, and so I end up with it. And
now you're the man.
So now I get to send the emails out. So
there you go.
Yeah. So that's it. And then we're sponsoring a lot of events. So we sponsor the PAC events. But we also sponsor clubhouse events too. So
you just had your big Wilbury concert that you guys
Wilbury
helped put on, right?
Yeah. The Petty and the Petty and the Wilbury was great. I mean, we had nothing but accolades on that that event. And we published some of the video on our weekly program. In fact, it's running Fridays at 5:30 on TV6.
Okay.
So we have some clips on that.
Oh, that's terrific.
It's
People
really
want to
nice.
get a little taste of that.
It's a lot of fun.
Tell me about when you first, as a child, what was your first exposure to like jazz and blues and that kind of thing? Because that seems to be like your kind of ballywick there. And what made you decide, I think I want to start playing, I want to be a performer?
Oh, the influences, it was really, it was interesting to grow up as a teenager in the time of the Beatles. But prior to the Beatles, I was more involved with the rhythm and blues and Motown. They were real big at the time. And a lot of jazz and blues from the early days. Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry influence at that time, and eventually evolved into jazz, and then rock, and then garage bands. And then the Beatles. Then the Beatles were coming in at that point. So we had what were called mods and rockers. So the mods were the Beatles with the hair and the paisley shirts, and then the rockers were the the Rolling Stones with blue jeans and torn T-shirts. So that's how we did it, and we had garage bands for both. So
now in a rock band, the bass guitar is not really a highlighted feature, but for jazz and blues, it is very much a featured kind of part of that of the performance.
Correct. Yeah, in a jazz band, there's a saying that the bass drives jazz and drums drives rock.
Okay.
So in all the rock bands, the drummers are the key, and then the jazz bands the bass player usually.
So that's what kind of
keeps the
drew you
beat.
to. Is that what drew you to being a bass guitar in like the blues world and the jazz world?
Right.
Is that kind of like, hey, I want to get out there, I want to really
There's
showcase?
there's much more feeling to that versus, the rock is basically, it's 1/4 and it's time. It's just to keep the beat.
Right.
Jazz is a little different. Jazz is a little more expression, more freedom to roam around and impression. Now, some of the best are both. They do both.
Right. Yep. There you
Pino
go.
Palladino, just great jazz guy, great rock guy.
Well, great musicians can do it all. That's the
Well,
thing.
yeah, one hopes. Yeah. I'm not that great, so I do it as a hobby.
You're
So.
stuck in your lane.
Yeah.
Tell us about, how'd you guys find this Journey Act? Did you just, you hear about them? Somebody recommended them to you?
Okay, so we're doing this in conjunction with the Village Music Club, and that's John Pearlstone, and
Right.
he brought this to me and said, I think we need to do this.
Okay.
So this Journey band, they perform all over, and there's a couple of big venues around Orange County that they all meet up, and they play at different times together. So it's that's where it came from.
All right, we got the flyer up now. I want to take a listen to the band so people can get an idea of just how good this Journey tribute band is. So let's take a quick listen, and we'll be right back. I wasn't kidding when I said the Steve Perry lead singer guy. He looks and sounds like Steve Perry.
He hits the notes.
Yeah. And the thing is about this isn't like going to see an old band that's, hey, here's something off our new album. That's when you go get a beer or go to the bathroom
Right.
or whatever. This is just hit after hit after hit of Journey. And it's, for the audience, it's great nostalgia. They're singing along.
They're going to sing along. It's going to be, I guarantee everyone will know all the lyrics to at least 5 of the songs.
Right.
Out of the 15 or 20. But they're also adding some other some other additional music to this, which will be good. Toto and
so they
Foreigner.
venture off a little bit into that genre. Well, great. Well, familiar with all
this
those.
is going to be interesting.
It should be fun.
Good. Yeah.
You have a special deal. The tickets are $35, $30, and $25, but you're also releasing soon some $10 ones.
Today we're releasing at the Ticket Center at the PAC some $10 seats that didn't get filled totally in the audience, and so the regular ones are still for sale, and there's still some good seats down front, a few, not too many, but this is a good time to do that and let people enjoy it for $10. They get to hear a lot of good music.
Yeah. If you want to just go there, or maybe a single seat here and there for 10.
You can do it at the door.
Yeah, you'll make a friend, you sing along.
Right, they'll be singing along. Trust me. Yeah, everyone will sing along.
Well, it's the Journey events of the year coming up. It's going to be over at the PAC. It's going to be November 2nd, 7:30 p.m. Tickets are available right now, so make sure you get out there and enjoy the show.
Right, exactly. We'll be making some announcements at the show that I think people will be happy
Some upcoming stuff too?
There's some upcoming stuff.
All right, so breaking news at the show as well.
Breaking news at the show. I can't talk about it now, but it'll be, once everything's finalized, it'll be great.
Carmen Picella from the All Musicians Club, thank you
Mike.
so much for joining us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That was a fun walk down rock and roll memory lane. We'll be right back. You're watching This Day.
Do you suffer from low back pain? Hoag Orthopedic Institute is the #1 provider of orthopedic and spine care in Orange County. Our Back to You program is a unique, non-operative, evidence-based approach to treating low back pain. Our spine strengthening program combines physical therapy with education on pain and nutrition. Let Hoag Orthopedic Institute's Back to You program get you back to doing what you love. For more information, visit hoiexperts.com/spine or call 855-999-4641 to find a doctor.
Cool jerk. Cool jerk.
Did you know that October is Rocktober month for
Yeah.
Band X? Here to tell us more all about the show tunes, the parties, everything coming up. We've got a lot lined up. Bill Hamburger and Sherry Showalter. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks.
Very nice to be here.
Appreciate inviting
Such a
us.
great time having you here already. We haven't even gotten the show started. We're already having a good time. Oh my goodness. So what have you two been up to?
Playing with Band X.
We've had a lot of shows this month already.
Yeah.
And we have several more coming up. So we're here to kind of make sure everybody knows
Actually,
what we're doing.
tonight is TGIF is one of the big things in the village. We'll be playing that as well. And, you know, the Band X club thing, and Band X started here in the village, and
It
we
did.
started the club.
When
So
did you start that?
The club?
We actually got officially, our inaugural, I think, club christening was just this last spring.
Congratulations.
Right before the big club event where all the clubs get together and talk
Yeah.
about what they do.
Okay.
We were like a week before that, and so we had to really hustle.
What made you want to start a club?
Well, it was, you know, the ability here in the village. First, there's so many great musicians here in the village, and it seems like every band started their own club because you can get different marketing aspects out of the club as you can't if you're not a club. So that's why we wouldn't be able to come on television if you weren't a club.
We're here today because
Right.
we're a club.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a
So
perk.
That's a perk right there,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So real quick, for folks that would like to go to tonight's show, where's it at? What time?
Clubhouse 2. It's
Okay.
being hosted by TGIF, which they do shows every Friday.
And they're a club too.
And they are a club, and they do like a little happy hour thing from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So everybody comes and has a great time, and then, you know, they all go out afterwards and continue the party.
The after party.
Yeah, I think they go to the Club 19, a lot of them, so, you know, that's really fun there. And then for us, the next day on Saturday afternoon from 12:30 to I think 4:30, we're going to be over at Pumpkin City, which has been there since 1978, doing all this fun kind of family carnival, tons of pumpkins, hay bales, rides. They have a beer garden.
And you'll be performing live?
We will. We'll be there for, like I said, 12:30 to 4:30. It's really fun. We love it. Kids, grandkids, parents, everybody.
Last year we did 3 shows at Pumpkin City, and
Yeah.
she came out, every single one with a new costume.
Fabulous.
I just make the guys at least dress up with T-shirts that
Skeleton
have
shirts.
skeletons on it because they're not as into it as I am. For some
Wow.
reason.
we
I
are.
don't know why that would be.
As a drummer, I can't put all that stuff on and play.
Oh yeah, sure. Make enough excuses. And you know, the other thing that we had going this month is one of the shows that Bill actually is the host for, or co-host, is Beyond the Gates.
Beyond the Gates, which
So
we're
they-
on.
Right, they did a whole Halloween thing about us at Pumpkin City, and we did that. So it's running, I think, all month on Channel 6 here
Oh,
as
how
well.
fun is that?
So that's really fun, too.
You guys really get into it. Are you going to be bored after October?
Oh, well, we do have other things coming up we'll tell you about in the next month or two, but
Yeah, we're booked all the way to next
Yeah.
year.
we
So-
are. We're kind of busy.
What we want to talk about is the Halloween show. It's coming up on the 31st.
Let's talk about
Yes.
spooky tunes.
on the
Yes.
Spooky Tunes.
Yes, we are really getting into some crazy
Yes,
stuff.
matter of fact, we'll be playing the song Spooky.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's requested.
That's-
and
that's
Monster
one of-
Mash. And
Yeah.
So is that what you play at Pumpkin City also?
We are going to probably break some of those out. Yeah, sometimes we kind of mix it up, decide. But at Pumpkin City, the kids are they're
Yeah.
just jumping around to anything we do.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. But
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So the Band X Halloween Bash Thursday, October 31st.
It is.
Clubhouse 5.
Okay.
GRF is going to be there with a bar, and they've promised me they're going to bring out some cool Halloween signature drinks. They won't even tell me what they're going to be.
Oh, so you didn't make up the drinks?
I tried to. I tried to give them some suggestions. They said, we know
got
what
this.
we're doing. We got this. I'm like, all right, surprise me. And the doors are going to open at 5:30, but the bar is going to be in the lobby there starting at 5 o'clock. You know, really mixing it up and getting everybody in the mood.
The earlier you come, the more fun you're going to have.
That's right.
Yes.
We've got a bunch of decorations and fun things happening inside.
And will you be dressed up?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we're having a costume contest. And in fact, I've already got some donations that have been given to us. The All Musicians Club here in the village gave us 4 tickets to the Journey tribute band show at the PAC.
Oh, that's going to
It'll be on November 2nd.
amazing.
So we've got that, and we've got some other big, prizes and stuff. We are already selling tickets online on our website.
Okay.
So people can go to
Is there a costume theme or just
not a theme. No,
whatever
we know that people here in the village are very creative.
Yes.
So we're going to let them kind of bust it out, and just see what their little crazy minds come up with.
I love it. I love it. It's great. And then you're going to have prize for the best dressed?
Definitely
Yeah.
for the best. Maybe we haven't decided if it's the top 1 or 2 or whatever. We're not sure.
Okay. Well, you've
But depends on how
got
many
a
gifts
couple
we
of
get
days
donated.
to figure that out.
Yeah.
Sherry handles all those festivities. I handle the music.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
It's only $10.
They're equally important, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where can folks go to get the tickets?
Again, they can go to our website, bandx949.com, and then if they go to our show dates page and just scroll down to the date that says the 31st and click on it, it'll walk you right through it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, what has been your history? You're both very musically inclined. How'd you get started in?
As a kid, we both started.
I started in kindergarten.
Singing.
Yes. Not because I wanted to, but the holiday Christmas program, and one day the teacher said, now on this song, all the rest of the kids are going to sit down and Sherry's going to sing this. And I'm like,
No, I'm not.
well, what am I doing that for? But when you're a little kid, you don't really talk back to your kindergarten teacher and say you're not going to do it. So that's kind of where it
So
started.
you think that was the pivotal moment?
It was definitely the start of singing solos. And then I tried to hide for years in the choirs, and I kept getting kind of plucked out.
Well, because your voice probably stood out above the rest.
Yeah, or I was
it
just having
does.
fun. Yeah. My
Very
voice does.
angelic?
I could be.
But we talk, constantly about because of the age group within the band and the age group we play with. We're astonished that we're still playing in our 60s and almost 70 for me.
Yeah.
Still playing this stuff.
Well, I just saw Mick Jagger. Not
Yes.
Mick Jagger. Oh my goodness! Now I'm having a
Mick Jagger with the Stones.
mind
Rolling Stones?
freeze.
Or-
No. Oh my goodness.
Steven Tyler?
Billy Idol.
Oh, Billy Idol.
Oh, Billy
okay.
Idol. Okay.
I just saw him. I stood front stage at a small venue concert, a charity event, and you would think the guy's 18 years old.
Yeah. Well, you have to stay in shape. I mean, we work out. You have to physically stay in shape to do
Yeah.
it. But we grew up in a time where music in public schools was just normal.
Correct.
Every kid could be a musician if you wanted to. It's not that way, and it hasn't been that way for a long time.
I think I was able to continue music because I married a public school music teacher.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was always, why do you want to go out and play all the time? Well, she understood that. so
Oh, well,
that's
that
why I
lined
kept
up for you
playing.
very well.
Yes, it still has.
Right.
That's great.
And I ended up studying choral and classical music and touring Europe when I was 17 and singing in all the big cathedrals and cool things there. And then they nicely, politely told me in college that I had more of a pop voice, which is a classical way of saying, go do rock and roll.
Go do
or
rock and
something.
roll, kid.
Okay, well, hey,
So, and then
at
I
least you
did.
found your niche.
I did. I did a lot of
Right.
rock bands over the years, and I toured with a Pink Floyd band for about 15 years all over the world and stuff.
I
So
bet
that
that
was
was
kind of
fun.
fun. And then the pandemic hit, so I thought, okay, I'm old. I should give it up. I moved here. And then, it's like somebody on drugs that gets clean and somebody goes, you want to sing a song?
Yeah.
And I go,
It's a drug.
okay. And then the next thing you know, I'm at Guitar Center buying gear and getting in every band that I can.
It's a drug. It's, I
find.
mean, this
It
weekend.
is. It's contagious.
This weekend we came off of gigs so tired.
we were,
Oh, did
we
you?
were beat.
And we were just, okay,
We
I
had
gotta
a
give this up.
12-hour turnaround between
Yeah, it was-
one gig that
goodness.
went late at night, and then we had to be back at it by noon
By
the next
noon
morning.
the next day.
Well, that's
It-
going to
it
keep
was a little
your
blurry-eyed.
mind young, your
That's
your
what they
body
say.
young.
That's what you say.
Well, I mean, hey, I'd be doing it too if I had the talent. I just
Keep doing television. It's easier. You don't have to lug equipment around. Yeah, Billy Idol wasn't lugging his own equipment. That probably keeps
No,
him
that
young.
does help if you don't do that.
I can attest he was not. I saw the stage being set up. So,
That helps.
well, gosh, you guys, we can't wait to celebrate the Halloween bash with you.
And also,
Come in
just
costume.
heads up, we're going to be back here next month to tell you about our big thing that is happening in November. We're
Ooh,
having
can't wait.
another big
Can't
event
wait.
here in the village with a food drive. And then in December, we're going to be back again to tell you all about our say goodbye to 2024 or pre-New Year's Eve bash.
Oh, that sounds fun.
We've got good stuff coming up.
Lots of
Yeah,
good
and
things.
there's,
Yeah.
I think, on the screen the rest of our schedule, at least through November. So you'll see the festival there. But
Okay, folks, start
Yeah.
marking your calendar because you're not
Yeah.
going to want to miss any of these events.
no.
All right. Thank you from
Sure.
Thanks,
Band
Gary. It's nice
X
to be here.
Live Music Band. Thank you for coming in. Bill and Sherry, appreciate your time.
Sure.
Good luck.
Thanks.
You're watching This Day on Village TV.
The King Living mid-year sale is on now. 5 decades of Australian furniture design, crafted for a lifetime of comfort. So why buy ordinary furniture when you can come home to King? Sale on now. The King Living mid-year sale is on now. Save up to 50% on Australian designed, award-winning furniture. So why buy ordinary furniture when you can come home to King? Sale on now.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got a great Saturday movie for you. It's kind of a fantasy adventure film. It is called Stardust, made back in 2007 with Claire Danes as the star. It's brought to us by Harvard Eye Associates. Going to be on 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. In a countryside town bordering on a magical land, a young man makes a promise to his beloved that he'll retrieve a fallen star by venturing into the magical realm. So that sounds like a fun romp through an adventurous, fun little magical world. Well, you guys see that one? It's going to be on 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. today. Let's take a quick check of the weather before we head out. And we've got a warm one today, but that's going to be the kind of the last of the really warm weather for a little while. We have 79 degrees is going to be our high today, and then 75 tomorrow. And then we jump into the 60s, or down to the 60s, I suppose. And we got a very cool week for the rest of it, all the way to Halloween. So enjoy that. Enjoy the cool October-like temperatures. Monday on the program, we are going to be talking El Toro Water District with Director Fred Adjarian, and he's going to be telling us all sorts of interesting things that are going on in the Water District, their water quality, the rates, and things like that, delivery here in the village, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.
No.